and I have the honor of introducing a special guest tonight. Kasey Harvey was chosen as our 2016 ACE All-Star among many children across the country. She has been the face of our fundraising efforts all year, and I'd like to share her story with you.
I was diagnosed with alveolar rhabdomyosarcoma, which is a soft muscular tissue cancer, and it's known for being fast-growing and it moves really quickly. I would have to go through 42 weeks of chemotherapy and 8 weeks of radiation. I feel like my diagnosis in some way brought our family so close together. We would spend so much time together through treatment because we didn't know if this would be our last year together. But I told myself that I'm not going to let cancer throw me around. I'm going to fight it like a warrior. I would just tell myself losing is not an option, losing is not an option.
One of the things that impressed me the most, or just it came out of nowhere, was the sheer will to survive.
We had amazing doctors, nurses, and half of it was up to the doctors, but she had a role to play, and she did it.
After I was diagnosed, I looked at the world completely different. I saw that people are willing to give up so much of their own lives to help another person's life, and that really amazed me to see how my community came together and raised support for my family and I.
The world around us really rallied and helped us through everything. And the Rady Children's Hospital have incredible staff. It takes an incredible person to work in a children's hospital.
What we do every year is we select one patient to be our ACE All-Star.
I was so surprised when it was announced that I had been chosen for the ACE All-Star. I was speechless for about 5 minutes. I realized when I had won that I was chosen out of a large group of kids, and it makes me look at myself and say to myself, wow, Kasey, you can do anything. I hope to rally together with this ACE team to raise a lot of money and keep on inspiring other people, and I'm just really pumped for this upcoming year.
Getting to know Kasey over the last several months, I don't see her as a 14-year-old person with cancer survivor, but someone who exemplifies strength, courage, determination, that never quit attitude, and a young lady who will move on to change the world. Kasey Harvey, people.
So many times, people have told me, you can't do this, or you can't do that. My nature is that I don't listen very well. I'm very determined, and I believe in myself. My parents brought me up that way. Thank God for that. I don't let anything stand in my way, not even cancer. Before I was diagnosed with cancer, I was just your standard 13-year-old girl. My days were spent jam-packed with sports and school. I worked hard in everything I put my mind to. I came to school excited and ready to work. I went to soccer intrigued to better my skills. You name it, I was doing it. I lived every day as my carefree self. I was happy and I was healthy. So I thought. On November 17th of 2014, my life, my simple, joy-filled life, was simply shredded apart. On November 17th, I was told the 3 words no one should ever have to hear. On November 17th, I was told I had cancer. At first, we, including my doctors, all believed that the pain and swelling was caused by a really bad sinus infection. A CAT scan that I had received the week prior to my diagnosis indicated that my left sinus cavity was jam-packed with infection. But further tests showed us that this so-called infection was in fact cancer. I was diagnosed with a very rare and very aggressive form of cancer known as alveolar rhabdomyosarcoma. Sarcomas are cancers that develop from connective tissues in the body, such as muscles, fat, bones, the lining of joints, or blood vessels. There are many types of sarcomas. Rhabdomyosarcoma is a cancer made up of cells that normally develop into skeletal muscles, but instead grow into a mass of abnormal cells known as cancer. I had a tumor in my left maxillary sinus, which sits behind the cheekbones. Filling up all the empty space inside my sinus, my tumor was a ticking time bomb, ready to spread at any minute. But due to the location of my tumor being so close to the surface of my face, we were able to catch the cancer exceptionally fast. I started my treatment protocol on November 20th at a Children's Miracle Network hospital in San Diego called Rady Children's. Consisting of 42 rounds of intense chemotherapy and 33 rounds of proton radiation, my treatment took every ounce of strength and courage I had. I would receive chemo every Thursday, and every 3 weeks I would stay overnight in the hospital to receive a stomach-churning cocktail of 3 different chemotherapy drugs. Every week, when Thursday or chemo day came around, I dreaded waking up, knowing I would be in excruciating pain and vomiting for weeks on end. Sometimes during the hardest, sickest days of my treatment, I would cry and beg my mom not to take me to the hospital, beg her to give me one more day of feeling normal. But after a few months, I understood that this drug that was making me feel terrible, this drug that stole my hair, this drug that broke my body, is ultimately the thing that is saving my life. So I would wake up, get in the car, and drive to go and save my life. I think I spent more time at Rady Children's Hospital than I did at my own home. It seemed like my mom and I were always there. Whether it was for blood draws, chemo, or just me feeling crappy, we were always there. When I was first admitted into the hospital, I saw it as a forbidden dungeon. I saw it as a place that was ruining my life. But as time slowly passed, I understood how wrong I was. The hospital was my lifeline, my second chance. The hospital was ultimately saving my life. The doctors and nurses who were once merely just people who gave me the "you're gonna feel terrible" drug became my friends, my lifesavers. My nurses made coming into the hospital a lot easier. I would feel excited to visit them and show them my new addition to my cupcake beanie collection, or a crazy picture of my new puppy. Besides my family, my doctors and nurses were really the only ones to see me in every aspect of my journey, even the darkest days. The hospital sometimes even became my home, my safe place. The endless nights I would stay awake with my mom, conversing to each other until my nausea medication put me to sleep. I couldn't have asked for a better place to save my life. Rady Children's Hospital was the place that saved my life. After 42 weeks of fighting, throwing up, pain, weakness, and surviving, I finished my final dose of chemotherapy on September 10th of 2015. September 10th of 2015 was the day I would finally get my life back. The day I could finally start living. The day that I was finally free. The day that I was finally free from cancer. Life after cancer is what you make of it. You can choose to focus on worrying, or you can choose to embrace your second chance at life and convert the energy to being proactive and living a full life. The same determination you had during cancer is the same determination you need life after cancer. I've taken my second chance at life with a tight grip. I will not let my second chance go to waste. No matter how long my second chance lasts, whether it's a year or 80 years, I'm going to take it and I'm going to live it to the fullest. As of now, I am back doing everything that made me, me before cancer. I'm back playing soccer with my teammates. I'm back working out harder, lifting weights, running, swimming, you name it, I'm doing it. What cancer and my journey showed me is that you can't take your trips around the sun for granted. Life is simply an hourglass glued to the table. So I intend to live every day with a purpose till the last grain of sand falls down. I am a survivor. What I'm doing with my survivorship is something greater than I have ever imagined. Ever since I began my treatment and walked down the Children's Hospital's endless hallways, gazing hopelessly into the rows of inhabited rooms, I knew that there was something I had to do. After I would beat cancer and get myself healthy again, I needed to do something to give back and help other kids who were still in their fight. Whether it be with cancer or any other disease, there are kids out there like me still fighting for their life. On January 25th of 2016, I was given the opportunity to give back to something that holds a very special place in my heart. On January 25th, I was awarded the title of the 2016 ACE All-Star. I was speechless for about a whole day. It just didn't seem real. It had to be a dream. It just had to. But this was not a dream. This was a reality. As the 2016 ACE All-Star, I'm sharing my medical story as a patient at Rady Children's Hospital to help ACE Hardware raise funds for Children's Miracle Network hospitals across the country. Each year, the ACE Foundation chooses a Children's Miracle Network hospital patient to be the ambassador. Following behind the footsteps of amazing and inspiring previous ACE All-Stars, I knew I had some huge shoes to fill, but man, was I ready. Being the ACE All-Star means so much more to me than anyone could ever imagine. As some may see it, I guess I'm like a celebrity now, but that's not really how I see it. This title has given me the opportunity to give back to something I'm so passionate about. An opportunity to make a difference in this sometimes cruel and sometimes unfair world where bad things happen to good people. So with pride and honor, I hold the title of being an ACE All-Star very close to my heart. Ever since the second that I found out I would be an ACE All-Star, my life changed. I was speechless then, and I am still speechless now. William Arnott once said, "If honor be your clothing, the suit will last a lifetime. But if clothing be your honor, it will soon be worn threadbare." I will and I do hold my chance and position to give back to children's hospitals as an honor, and I will wear it with all the honor and pride I have inside of me. 9,100 days, 1,300 weeks, 25 years. 25 years is the amount of time that ACE and all the other vendors have been supporting CMN hospitals. 25 years. And in those 25 years, you have all raised $72 million. $72 million that went to helping kids just like me, to helping hospitals save hundreds of thousands of kids' lives each and every day, including mine. I wanted to congratulate you all for that incredible accomplishment. An incredible accomplishment that has saved lives. An incredible accomplishment that will go on and continue to save more and more children's lives. And that will continue to make Children's Miracle Network hospitals an even better place. For nurses, doctors, staff, parents, and most importantly, patients. So a big congratulations to everyone here. Lastly, I would like to give all the vendors a huge thank you for all your support. Because at the end of the day, it's not about what you will or even what you have accomplished. It's about who you've lifted up, who you've made better. It's about what you've given back. And all the vendors here today have given back to something truly wonderful. Your support is greatly appreciated by not only me, but everyone else in this room, and all the patients and families at CMN hospitals. I would also like to thank everyone for having me here tonight and having me share my story and what it means to be the ACE All-Star. And again, thank you and congratulations to ACE and all the vendors supporting CMN hospitals for 25 years. I'm going to end this speech with a quote, and as you can tell, I'm kind of a big quote person. This quote goes like this: "People who really want to make a difference in the world usually do it, in one way or another. I've noticed something about people who make a difference in the world. They hold the unshakable conviction that individuals are extremely important, that every life matters. They get excited over one smile. They're willing to feed one stomach, educate one mind, treat one wound. They aren't determined to revolutionize the world all at once. They are satisfied with small changes. And over time, though, the small changes add up. Sometimes they even transform cities, nations, and yes, the world. Everyone here tonight, with your help, who knows, we all might change the world someday. With everything you have all accomplished, it sure is possible. Thank you.